not practicing today if it was a real practice. Seal Grayson, Ryan Jensen, Ronald Jones, Sean Murphy Bunting, Brashard Perriman, Jason Pierre-Paul, and Tristan Wirfs. Other than that, it was a good walkthrough. We got a good start to the week.
First question will come from Rick Stroud.
Hey, Bruce, just wanted to get this out of the way. I guess the league has fined you $50,000 for your encounter there on the sideline with Andrew Adams. Do you plan to appeal it? Do you have anything else to say about what you're trying to do there?
I'll appeal it, and it ain't got nothing to do with the game, so we're good.
Okay. And, obviously Cooper Kupp has had a heck of a year, right? I mean, he's caught more balls than anyone. The last 2 or 3 times you guys have played him, he's been particularly effective. Just in addition to what he does, like, why do you think, or what would you have to do to try to limit that guy on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the best. I think he and Chris Godwin, to me, are the best all-around receivers in the league because they block, they do everything inside, outside, and they're very comparable. And you know how I think about Chris. So Cooper is he's a challenge, man, and you can't double team him all day, that's for sure. And they got too many other weapons. So you just gotta own up your guy and fight him. He is a hard tackle, just like Chris is.
Thanks.
Greg Allman.
Hey, Bruce, you've talked a lot about Mike Edwards being a ball hawk and just the penchant he has for making plays anytime he's on the field. I just want to ask you how consistent he's been in that. I know you've talked about wanting to get him on the field more, but just how well he's done being in the right place at the right time like he was Sunday.
Yeah, he just has a great knack of reading quarterback's eyes, kind of knowing where this thing's going, and either intercepts it or he's going to catch every deflection, that's for sure, because he's always going to be heading in that direction. He's a very heady player, and that helps him get to the spot where he needs to be.
Thanks, Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Bruce, with the defense you're facing this week with the Rams, they put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. How much does it help that Tom gets the ball out of his hands so quickly, best in the league at that?
No, it helps a bunch because they're going to be there sooner or later. That's for sure. You can only hold them out so long, and you still got to take some shots down the field. I mean, everything's not going to be dink and dunk, and so you just have to maximize how you're doing it, who you're blocking, who's got who, and they're doing a good job. They bring 5 a lot, so it's hard to double team anybody. So yeah, it helps a bunch.
What have you learned about this Rams team since the last time you faced them?
I've added some more pieces, and they run the ball well. They're running the ball more than they did back then, and defensively, they're playing as good as anybody in the league right now.
Thank you.
Joey Knight.
Coach, as someone who's dealing with his own Achilles issues, how amazed are you at Cam Akers?
Yeah, he could probably rehab a hell of a lot harder than I can. And but it is amazing. Sports science, what's going on in the world today, people coming back from ACLs in 6 months and Achilles and things that were 16 months 2 years ago. I think it's just going to get better. I think with the things that we're inventing and different ways the doctors are doing it, just sports science amazes me. I wish I could do it.
Rob Maddie.
Hey, Bruce, I spoke to Jane Goodell yesterday about a docuseries that they're doing on women in the NFL. Obviously, you've helped open some doors along the way, and a lot of people are complimentary of you and appreciate you doing that. When did you realize that that was a door that needed to be kicked down?
Oh, gosh. Back in the early 90s, I don't know if you know the story, but Hines Junior College, Dot Murphy, and her husband was the head coach, and she was the discipline and receiver coach. And I used to clinic with them all the time, and she was one hell of a coach. So I knew it back then. It was just who was going to open the door. That was going to be the thing.
Evan Klosky.
Bruce, I just want to clarify, because I know it wasn't mentioned in the DMPs, but how's Leonard Fournette doing, and do you expect him to be on the field on Sunday?
Yeah, still wait and see. Everybody will open up tomorrow. We'll be full speed tomorrow. Have a better judge then.
Thank you.
We have time for a few more. We'll go to Greg Allman.
Bruce, your offensive line depth, I don't know how much you can plan for life without the possibility of Wirfs on Sunday, but you talked about Wells, you talked about moving Kappa over there, just how well prepared you'll be, even though you've known nothing but having Wirfs at right tackle up until Sunday.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine. We've got guys who, Nick stepped in and played a really big ball game in Indy, and we have different guys who can play different multiple positions. So Goody and Joe will have them ready. That's for sure.
Thanks, Bruce.
Last question will come from Joey Knight.
Coach, the obvious story going into the season, you had all 22 starters back. First time that's been done in the salary cap era, but I don't want to put words in your mouth, but would you say depth is kind of the story of this season? Just the other guys that have stepped up?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. Next man up and the quality of the depth, and we're still looking. We found John Brown last week, and he might be on the field this week. So, because you never know. So Jason and Spy have done a great job of building the roster, and our coaches do a great job of getting them ready quickly.
All right, that's all we have time for. Appreciate taking the time, Coach.
Thanks, guys.